What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Powerful Fitness Podcast. First episode. You already know who it is. Willie Henderson III, a.k.a. the Rainmaker, the Raindrop, the Rain Drizzle. And my guest for today, first guest ever on here, is Kweku Arkorful.
Yes, sir.
Owner of Be Chosen Academy, former football player for SEMO College, born in Africa, moved to the States when he was 10 to Chicago. Man, thanks for coming on, for real.
That's good, bro.
Hey, we got a good first guest, for real, man.
Appreciate it, man. I'm honored.
All right, so first thing I'd like to get into is what it was like being born in Africa, how it was there, because, I'm African as well, but I was born in the States. I've never been there, don't know what it's like, so I've always been fascinated with, the culture over there and things like that.
Absolutely, man. If you ever want to go, definitely let me know, man. That's an easy ticket, man. I got you. But, man, being born in Africa was a lot more simple, to be honest with you. Of course, they show all of the negative aspects of Africa and, the lions and, all of that stuff and the poverty. When I was growing up, my father was actually wealthy. What he did was, basically dropped out of school, high school and everything, didn't go to college. But he said, hey, there's a need that needs to be met, and he was pretty good friends and had acquaintances with a lot of the princes and the chiefs and people that are in politics, So what he did was like, okay, they have nice cars. How can we get those cars looking a lot better? So he was kind of like the exhibit, to pimp my ride.
No way.
Oh, yeah, big time. And I was like, what? How's he making money doing this, But what he'll do is he'll fly from Africa and every other month he's in America or in Europe, basically he'll get parts, bring it back to Africa, and he'll get the cars looking right. So it was nothing growing up in the garage. You saw Ferraris and G-Wagons, Bentleys, and all these cars that, people praise now here in America. Of course, with us being close to Europe, those cars are like, they're like Toyotas, there. So it's a lot of Mercedes-Benz, a lot of BMWs, a lot of these cars, foreigns that we call them here, that he will basically fix up and soup up, and then he'll sell it, back to the prince or the chief, or the princess, whoever it is, and he would make a lot of money doing that. So we were pretty wealthy. He was an engineer, and he would also fix cars as well too for people. And we grew up pretty wealthy. So it was a blessing to be able to have that. We had a lot of friends that came to our house all the time. Big house, good school, all of that stuff. And we were living in the city part of Africa. And then, of course, you have...
so what city?
Accra. So we were in Accra, and then we were in Kumasi. Now he's in Kwashiman. That's where his office and his, his engineering work and everything, his manufacturing aspect is over there now. We were in those parts. And they basically look like America, to be honest,
Right.
A lot of developed aspects there. Nice houses, beautiful cars, all of that stuff. So, it's a whole different aspect than when you come from Africa and you come to America and they're saying all of this stuff about Africa. I was like,
when people in America, when they picture Africa, they picture like huts and guys and
tiki torches.
With spears and stuff and the loincloth and all that. But no, it's definitely like cities over there that are just like the cities here in America. So
multimillionaires, billionaires that are all there as well too. And yes, we do have the village aspect. It's Africa.
Right.
So we have the animals, we have the lions, we have all that. That's what I love about it is because, to be honest, that's one place that doesn't have to really get anything imported there. You think about it, we're doing all the exporting. Ghana is known, the nickname for Ghana is the Gold Coast. So we were known for gold, of course, being conquered by the British, So you have Sierra Leone, you heard about the diamonds, you heard about, all of these minerals.
I'm pretty sure this came from Ghana.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I could tell because it has cowrie shells in them as well, too. So that's definitely a West African thing. But, yeah, just so many resources, natural resources there, but I guess, the people there is what I see is they just don't know what they have.
Right.
And I think that's really not just African culture, but African American culture. We don't really know what we have and what we possess, and what we can do, until we start doing it or we see somebody else doing it. So that's what my goal is, to be able to go back to Africa and be like, yo, you can build businesses. Yo, you can do this. You can make things happen. Take what I've learned here and empower them with it as well, too. So, yeah.
Right. And watching your father, be an entrepreneur is just a beautiful thing, because a lot of people don't have that. They just see their parents go to work. And so, once they get out of high school, they just start working as well, like myself. And then eventually I realized, I can actually do whatever I want to make money. It's, of course, if you start a business, and it's going to take time to make money. If you start a job, you're on the clock. As soon as you get on the clock, you start making money. Yeah. So that's why a lot of people, all they know is work, because they have bills to pay, and they got kids, etc. So navigating through having a job and then creating a career or a business outside of that, it's really hard. When you get home from work, it ain't no relaxed time. Like, now you have to grind even harder. Now you have to do even more. Yeah. And most people they just don't find that power, that strength inside themselves. But, like I was telling my cousin who's producing, this podcast, when yesterday he was telling me he was tired, and I was thinking, and I told him, that's me every day.
You gotta keep grinding.
Literally, I told him earlier, I'm like, literally every day I wake up, get my kids ready for school. Well, I mean, they get themselves ready now because they're old enough, but I wake them up, because if I don't wake them up, they ain't getting up.
Right.
And so I take them to school. I come home and eat breakfast. After I eat my breakfast, I'll be sitting there falling asleep, literally falling asleep. If I sit there for a minute after I eat, if I'm not moving, if I'm not doing something, I'm falling asleep. Yeah. Because I'm just constantly doing something. Yeah. And that's the way it has to be in order to build something for yourself.
And I see you in the gym grinding. You're putting in work.
I've been seeing you there. Yeah. You been seeing me there with that weight vest on. Feeling like I'm about to hit the floor.
Y'all boys be killing it, man.
Yeah.
Killing it. I love it.
Yeah, I got a kickboxing tournament in 2 days, so that's going to be fun.
Coming up?
Yep, 2 days.
Oh,
St.
man.
Louis.
Okay. Sounds good, man.
So tell me about your gym, man. I see all your stuff, all your posts, man. I just love everything you're doing. Of course, I love seeing all those heavy bags in there.
Yeah, for sure. Man, this gym aspect was really it's like a dream, like a wish, hey.
So where did it start?
Well, of course, I was training people. It started when I was working at SEMO. So I was a coordinator and intramural sports.
And this was back 2010?
I think no. It was like 15, 16. Okay. This is before we started doing Honor Be a Men Club and started, helping the kids out.
I definitely want to get into that too.
Yeah, for sure. So it was like 14, 15. I was a grad student, only making $200 every 2 weeks and trying to survive, asking mom for money and stuff like that. And I was like, man, forget that. I can't live like this, So the gym idea started when I was just kind of training people at the rec, here just doing some boxing and stuff. I met Danny Reese when he didn't even have his gym, and he was at Salvation Army. So we were both trying to figure things out ourselves. And then it just kind of started picking up from there. I saw the benefits of boxing, and I was like, yo, this is dope. When I was in junior college, actually, I had a boxing coach who would train me to be a better football player. So we did a lot of mitt work, a lot of just connected, because as a defensive back, you want to be able to stay with the wide receiver. So what he explained to me was if you have fast hands, it translates into fast feet. And a lot of things is, athletes who just want to train quicker feet. I want to be quicker with my feet, especially football, and all that stuff. But we don't train our hands. So when I started training my hands, I started seeing a difference, and I became a really, really good cornerback, which ended up, getting a full ride scholarship to Division I school and things like that. So I would definitely pay homage to the boxing aspect and helping me in that growth of becoming that athlete. So through that, I was like, man, how can I translate this into, everyday people,
right?
Not just athletes.
Right.
And of course, that's what the gym has grown into. Housewives come in there and they're
getting it.
Yeah, in their G-Wagons and their Porsche trucks and just straight up just boxing, But the actual gym started in the pandemic, which was like a whole faith God thing.
Yeah.
Because it was like, yo, what are you doing building a gym where all these other gyms are shutting down?
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, man, God said do it. And I'm just that type of person. It's like, all right, I'm going to fail fast. I'm going to fail often. And I'm going to learn from my failure.
Right.
When a lot of people, we know these people, they're afraid to fail. They're afraid to get in there, make mistakes and make things happen.
Not me.
Yeah.
This podcast might be a failure.
We're going to fail fast, but you're going to get it. You started with the podcast, you were telling me with just the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you faced the failures along the way.
And lawn chairs, bro.
Yeah.
Now I was just like, I know I have to start.
Yeah.
You got to start.
Yeah.
That's all
exactly.
there is to it.
You got to just get into it.
Yeah.
You got to be okay with failing, especially as a fighter, an athlete, So starting the pandemic, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to work out, but this is something you called me to do. Let's do it. So made Be Chosen Academy. And then things just started, at first it was like, this is crazy. People are not about to come work out in the pandemic. It's 2020.
Right.
Is when we opened up. And, man, God willing, we're still in business, and we're doing pretty well. And it's actually picking up as far as the business, So I'm a testament for other people to say, man, if I could do it, you could do it. And this is just the beginning. So many, things that other businesses that I have as well, too, things that I'm, doing with my father back home in Africa, the backpacks, all of these things. It's like just, you can make it happen.
I love your backpacks. I need to get one.
I appreciate
for real.
You.
I really like them.
Yeah, because proceeds go back to help in Africa, and what I want to do is I want to tie like a whole thing with it where if you purchase a backpack, let's do a tour to where they made them. Let's go to Ghana. Let's go kick it. Let's have a good time. Yeah, for sure.
You're planning on doing that? Bro, let me know. I'm coming.
I got you,
I'm coming, bro, for real.
Trying to put a tour together because I want people to be able to see Ghana. I want people to see Africa, the motherland.
Right.
We should all experience that. So that's what I'm trying to put together. So, yeah.
That's why we met, bro. That's why we met. Take me to Africa, for real.
Yeah. You heard it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, I actually have, my ancestors are from Nigeria.
Oh, nice.
Western Bantu and Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
I looked that stuff up. I'm like, okay, that's pretty tight. I got Scottish ancestors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
pretty
bro.
cool. I'm like a Nigerian Viking. You know what I'm saying?
That's fighter breed
for
right
real.
there. Scottish.
100%.
Yeah. That's fighter
I guess that's
breed.
what I was born to do, for real.
Yeah.
I love it 100%.
Big time.
But yeah, your gym is really inspiring. I'd love to have my own gym one day too. And that's what I really wanted to do with Powerful Fitness. But just with me being a fighter and the other things that I'm doing, like my YouTube channel, podcast, raising my kids, it's like, it's kind of like, it's hard to balance out. I only have so much energy to put into things. And so I think my gym is going to come a little bit later.
Yeah. And you'll have the concept and you'll have other people.
Right. Exactly.
So,
But I would rather, to have a podcast than have a gym. Just because I love to talk,
Yeah.
I do no training already, so let me just sit and talk, whatever. But it's really nice, man. And I think, I'm. It's not like I looked this up, but I'm pretty sure you're the only black, African gym owner here in Cape. I don't think there's any other ones. If they do, I don't know about them.
Yeah, I don't either. You tell me.
You got the big gyms, the Health Point, which that's a hospital gym, and then Southeast, and then you got Anytime Fitness, and I just don't know if there's any other.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what, man? It's crazy you say that, Willie, because that's what transpired me to do something. Because when we were mentoring the kids in the school, they saw us as mentors, but I was like, all right, bet this is cool, but I want to show them how it's done. The biggest thing that they didn't have was somebody showing them. So yeah, we could go to the school. Yeah, man, you need to do this. You need to get your grades up. You need to, that's cool. But I want to show them, here is exactly what you just said. Some guy who came from Africa. He's in Cape. He's making things happen against all odds in a predominantly white town, and building a business. So I can do it too.
It's like, and it's kind of in a way, it's like you have to, because it's like this. People want to talk about how, all the preachers have a Cadillac. Well, it's like, yeah, if they don't, you're not even going to go to their church. Literally, you're going to be why? I got to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to show it. It's, people want to talk about, people flaunting money.
Yeah.
But if you don't show your money, how's a person even going to know that you telling them this is what you can do to become successful is going to actually work?
Or they're going to look at the drug dealer and be like, hey, the drug dealer got all this money. I'm
Exactly,
so
exactly.
Like, no, that's
not knowing
cool.
the business guy has more money, he's just not showing it the same way.
Exactly.
That's
so
why it's good for people like you, people like myself, and others to actually wear a gold chain.
Yeah.
Show some money. Drive a nice car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't want it, you might not want the nicest car, but if you want to inspire others to get themselves up out the mud, then it's good to show that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying for sure.
So let's talk about what type of classes you actually have at your gym.
Yeah. So, of course, me being a former athlete, we train athletes, you know, as far as like the explosion aspect, you know, vertical. So basketball players, football players, soccer, volleyball, baseball, you know, those that are trying to just get better as athletes and take it to the next level. So it's not just physical, though. I really like to tap into the mental aspect. Because that's something that, you know, a lot of these athletes and a lot of these kids now are a little bit softer. So try to like build that dog mentality inside of them. Somebody who came from Africa, my father was doing this, but when I was raised in Chicago, it wasn't all that. And my father wasn't around. So with my stepmother, and basically it's me and my brothers, just my stepmother. My father's not around. No money's being sent. And she's working 2-3 jobs for us to be able to make things happen. So I want to show them that, yes, I was able to go through those trials and tribulations as well to be able to make things happen. So the athletes is more mental than it is physical. So I want to start building that. The other classes that we offer is of course our hit boxing, which is our group session. So this is where you'll see, you know, the more of the housewives and the women that want to come in and just have a good time. So it's cardio boxing. We also have high intensity interval training with our cardio boxing, as well as something we just introduced, which is the high intensity resistance training, which is the hurt aspect. So it's like we're adding the weights to it. We're adding the bands to it.
Okay.
We're adding things that's going to give you that resistance type of training, but we go back to the boxing. So it's little time, but it's high intensity. People love that. They're eating it up. So we have those group classes as well, too, as well as our individual, you know, private training sessions that we go more in depth with the person. If somebody's trying to lose weight, just trying to figure out how to, you know, that wedding's coming up, that trip is coming up, whatever it is, and they just want that one-on-one time. And we have semi-private training, which is like no more than 4 people. Just keep it a little bit more intimate as well, too. So that's what we offer, as well as gear and all these other things that we're trying to do and really make ourselves just like a dope brand. Instead of just a gym, like a brand that people could just rock in Africa or wherever it is, you know. So I like that more than just, hey, we're just another gym. And I'm like, no, we're a brand that's reaching everybody across the world.
And also, it takes a lot of the stress off of needing to make money at the gym. If you got a clothing line, equipment, that, you know, gear that's selling, like maybe you have that professional athlete that, you know, all right, say I'm a fighter, right? And I'm training, I'm a professional, I'm training for a camp. Say I'm kind of broke until I get paid for this fight. You might be able to actually take that time to train me and know that, you know, I can pay you once I have my fight. And you're not going to stress about the money because you got money other places. Like, that's why me personally, I want to have a lot of money. So no matter what I'm doing, I don't have to worry about making money.
1,000%.
Like today, if I want to just chill with my family, I don't have to stress about money. Stressing about money is like, man, that's like the wackest thing, man.
Yeah.
Like,
shouldn't even be like that.
It drive you crazy, man.
And it's
crazy. It's just not
well, the thing
cool.
is that like now we find our worth tied with money, you know? So like, it's crazy because I'll be like, I'm doing pretty well. And then I go to social media, I'm like, oh, I'm not. real quick.
Don't look up the richest people on earth, bro, because you're going to feel like a straight grain of salt.
You know, and it's just like, that's the comparison aspect, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, nah.
Compare down, don't compare up.
Yeah, I know. But we tend to always compare up more than compare down.
I'll be comparing down. I'm like, well, I compare myself down, but I compare myself to where I was a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's
if you do that, then you should always, you know, feel better, unless you kind of are in a down slope, but that's cool as well. But like, I'm just constantly moving up, you know, getting blessings every day. So when I look back where I was 3 years ago, it's like, how could I have anything to complain about today?
Absolutely,
like,
bro.
I just really can't, you know, I really can't. So, I mean, of course I can complain about things, and little things stress me all the time. Like my sink in my bathroom is kind of clogged up and I need to get that. Guys coming to look at it today, but it's like, that's kind of stressing me out. Like, it's so inconvenient, but I'm like, dude, I got a whole nother bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got 2 bathrooms, so it's like, I can't really complain about that type of stuff, It's just being grateful. But, so the Honorable Young Men's Club, let's talk about that, how that started and when it started and, all that.
Yeah, so 4 guys, and we were just like, former athletes at SEMO. Was like, hey, how can we give back to this community? How can we make this place better than how we found it? And we just saw like the big need was the youth. They really didn't have anything to do. So being from Chicago, it's like, man, you go to skate rinks, skate parks, you can laser tag, you go to all these things. And this was before the time of like Ultimate Air and all these other things that they have now, Dogwood, but it was like, wow, it's really nothing.
Well, even that stuff costs money.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids ain't got that.
They can't even participate. So then we were just like, all right, bet, let's just start, helping out. And it was with Danny. So we will go with Danny and we would do the Salvation Army and we would do boxing and we'll start helping the kids. And we just saw like that. Just spending time with them was what they needed because most of them didn't have father figures or role models that they could look up to. So we were thinking about like the big things to do, and they were like, yo, just spend time, and that's what we did. And we saw huge dividends in just being able to do that. Kids that are still reaching out that are not kids anymore. Like, yo, man, because of what you said or you being around, you helped me with X. And it was just like, man, we really made a difference. So started with that. We're in a community. And then the school calls us up and says, hey, we would love for you guys to be able to, do the same thing that you're doing, but inside of the school. So that was actually better because, after school, the kids could go do whatever they want, but that's what we were in the beginning. So sometimes it's like a hit or miss. They were like, hey, I'm going to spend time with my girlfriend or I'm going to spend time with a mentor, And sometimes they're like, I'm going to go spend time with my girl, or I'm going to go to a game, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go play video games. So that was kind of like a hit or miss, even though we had great numbers. But being inside of the school was a great blessing because we had to meet them where they were. They had to go to school, So
like sit in class or, sit in a cooler class.
Exactly. That's exactly how it was. Unfortunately and fortunately for us, we just made our stuff so dope that the kids were just like, man, I want to be a part of this. So Kentro's mother reaches out and we had a sit down with the principal at the middle school. It's like a movie, like middle school's like, yes, let's do this. But the thing is, we're going to give you kind of like the worst of the worst students, because we're about to send them over to alternative school if you guys don't basically, help them out or fix them. So we had 35 students to start
where was
off.
you at when I was at the middle school,
Who you telling? Where was I at when I was at?
For real.
I needed myself too. I'm like,
because I had a good heart. I was a good kid. I just talked a lot in class, and I was just the class clown. I wasn't bad, It was just,
It's a typical kid, man.
Yeah.
We're just looking for attention. That's all it was. So through that, we had 35 students to start off. Wiki, Kentrell, Aaron, and myself, and we turned them around. The GPA went up. All of a sudden, these kids were skipping school. Had one of the best attendance in school.
Wow.
Like they were coming to school, they were ready to go. And they didn't go to alternative school because of that. So the principal was like, hey, this was a trial run. That was great. One semester of us doing that. We come back the next semester, we ended up with like 185. So yeah.
No.
Because all the kids
and
were
it was just 3 of y'all?
It was 4.
4.
And then we lost
So
one.
it was you,
Kentrell, Wiki, and Aaron. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And, so it was like, oh, shoot, we got to like multiply ourselves because this is crazy.
So do y'all have more guys helping out now?
Well, unfortunately, now we're not doing it anymore because of some stuff that happened with the school, whole politic game.
Yeah, I already know how that is.
Which sucks for the kids.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the kids are the ones that really miss out and lose out on that. We actually went back to try to pitch it to the school to try to figure out how we could basically do exactly what you just said and multiply ourselves so we can meet more.
Right.
Tried to tie in what was going on with the university with Dr. Vargas, who wanted us to be able to help with retention with black males. What better way is for, because I think black men and black males, or maybe even black people, period, we love to give back. We love to try to help people out. We're very, very good at, I don't know, we just love giving back to our people or helping our people. It's like a sense of like duty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other coaches, like some Asians, they get on, they do their own Chinese food restaurant. They be like, I'm good, you know. But
I don't know. I feel like, you know what? Honestly, I think every culture wants to get back to their culture, but I feel like there's so many things that separated, and honestly, I feel like it's just look. There's a lot of factors to that equation, but one thing I do know for sure is that slavery here in America has, you know, made the black community in America. It never black people never had a good community when we started off, and you know what I'm saying, in the worst situation here in America. So I feel like we're now finally getting to where we're coming together more. Yeah, you know,
big time.
When we see each other in public, you know, it's a smile. It's not like it just.
It's getting better.
Look, it's getting better. One thing my uncle told me, he was talking to me about another a family member we had. Oh, I think it was my great grandfather. Yeah. He said, because you know my great grandfather, he's, you know, dead and gone, rest in peace. But he was, you know, when he was my age, this was like early 1900s, you know, whatever, and basically he treated white people a certain way and black people a certain way. He could only treat white people a certain way. Yeah. And then he treated black people like crap because that's what he was taught about white people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of learned behavior, and that's why even still to this day, a lot of black people don't treat other black people right because it's what they see, you know, on TV, you know, and things like that. It's just not, you know, it's just not cool at all. But I feel like things are definitely changing. Yeah, man. All around.
That's what I try to be, you know, just kind of like the model for the change in that aspect. You know, and it's unfortunate. Frederick Douglass, you know, had this quote, and that's what really stuck with us, is it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. Yeah. Right? So, like, with that aspect, that's so true. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, repair broken men, but they just learn that behavior so much. So our focus was to really try to build the youth and build strong children because they're the future. And, you know, try to figure out, hopefully, you know, the kids will change the adults. You know, you never know. But that's the angle that we took, and that's the angle that it's the only way that I think that is going to be able to be victorious, because it's just, you know, we have so much entitlement mindset, so much victim mindset, and with our older
competitor mindset.
Yeah. And it's just like, how can we collab? How can we how can we do more of this? You know, we just look at each other like, oh, I got to ultimately compete. And you're absolutely right. It started as a slave, you know, in the plantations. It's like, all right, I see you, you know, white man be like, hey, you guys got to kill each other to be who's the biggest. Yeah. You know, to be able to have this woman or to be able to have this job, or, you know, and if it's not physically, now we're like trying to mentally kill each other. We're trying to tear each other down, right? You know, with the looks, with what we say. You know, it's still today. You got rappers that are beefing with each other for no reason, making all this money, but they're like, y'all, man, I don't like this rapper because he said this about my clique, and it's still being evident.
Which,
you know?
I mean, and also we have to recognize when it's fake and when it's real. Because a lot of them, it's real and they get killed. But what a lot of people don't realize is rappers do fake beef, which only them and their close friends know. Why? For promotional reasons. Yeah. Because people like that conflict, you know. So that's why I feel like, like for me as an MMA fighter, I feel like I need to really have a healthy competitive mindset. You know, I can get up in my opponent's face. You know, I can talk crap and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, when the fight's over with, shake his hand, raise his hand after I knock him out, and show respect. You know, like it doesn't have to be like a real true you know, hatred or animosity. It's like sport. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's life. Like, even in life. So even if it's not a fight, you know, say you and I was to get into it over something. Say you know, you was trying to use the same squat rack as me at the gym. And I'm like, nah, bro, come on, bro. Them little legs, man. Like you can't even squat what I get. It's like I see videos of people getting into it at gyms. Like, y'all there to work out. Why y'all getting into it? Oh, don't be recording, right? Like, people getting onto it, like getting into over recording and just the silliest stuff. You know, people just need to treat others how they want to be treated.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. But the collaboration thing is what a lot of people don't understand. But once you get into business, you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
Like you want everyone to be your competitor, or you want them to be not in your team, but for your team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not a part of your team, but I'm for your team.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just the way things need to be, you know, not just in business, but outside of it as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy. I feel like a lot of the reasons why, I feel like the main reason why it's not so much like that is because there's just so many people. Like, there's just so many people now. Yeah. Once, I was listening to this podcast the other day, and they were talking about how once tribes started to reach over like 100 people, then you start to see a separation and relationship between one another because it's just too many people, you know? So that kind of plays a big role, just how there's so many people, you know, so many people, so many different energy waves, you know, like one person's radiating positive energy and the next person, you can tell they in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You know,
just because they want to play the bad guy, just because it's like, oh man, this is going so well that I want to be able to start some type of ripple.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's honestly just people you have your, you know, ups and downs. You know, certain times of the day, I don't feel like talking to nobody, and I got a nasty attitude. Guess what? I try to stick to myself because I don't want to put that on anybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Like if I'm not feeling, you know, joyous, I'm not gonna go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Because I don't want anyone to even have to see me like that. Like
that's most days.
I'm like, what the heck's wrong with this guy, man? He mad just standing in line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to recognize those times and just chill, you know, meditate, relax, and, you know. But, I really think that you're a major benefit to this community for real.
I appreciate it, man.
Maybe a lot of people in Cape might not even know about you, but, you know, I definitely recognize everything you're doing. Yeah. But the Honorable Young Men's Club was – man, they got to bring that back because that's
the plan. Our plan now is to, of course, I'm pretty sure we would probably have to take it out of Cape, to be honest.
Because what do they have at the schools here? A counselor, that's it. One person, you know, and the only time they're going to sit and talk to the kids is when they got something serious going on. Yeah, you know. But I mean, it's basically just like the Boys and Girls Club, you know, kind of what y'all were doing, but. You know, it's just extra. It's like if you have people that's truly willing to help the youth, like as like the principal here in Cape, as the teachers, they should be taking a little bit of time out of their busy schedule to try to push energy into that. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what y'all are trying to do? Is create, man, you know, good kids that are gonna, you know, turn into good adults for the community.
And they actually help out with the school because once they can get that, you know, it was so crazy because some kids, they'll come to school, man, they just needed like a male role model to just say, hey, bro, how's everything going?
Yeah.
You good? You're going to have a great day today. I already feel it.
Yeah.
You don't even know how that speaks volumes to a kid. You know, like they're like, oh, man.
I know.
He just said that?
I know.
Like,
I remember when I was a kid.
Right.
Like one sentence that an adult gives you can change your whole day. Even change your whole life.
Yeah, good or bad. You remember that. You're like, man, I remember when this teacher told me, you know. So that's the thing is like, you know, I don't want us to take that for granted. I want us to figure out how we can really give back again. Right now, what we've done is like, man, we're going to focus on getting our money up because you can't pour out of an empty cup. And instead of going to go ask people for money and, hey, fund this, hey, fund that, we're just going to do it ourselves. And we're going to build the youth up with us. So it's going to be like, hey, we ain't got to go ask anybody, you know. If people want to be a part of it, they'll be a part of it. No more begging, you know. But now it's time for us to be able to, like, really start making things happen. So that's how we're kind of looking at it now. You know, it may take a few more years to be able to make that happen, but that's our goal is, really build up our income and our economic aspect. And Kentrell with real estate, Wiki with real estate, myself with the gym, you know, Aaron.
Oh, you getting into real estate?
No, well, they are.
Oh, okay.
And then with them doing it, of course, inevitably, I'm going to be investing as well, too. But my goal is I already have real estate that I'm dealing with, which is within that gym until I own my own gym. Right. You know, I want to be able to be like the McDonald's where every Be Chosen is owned and it's real estate tied with the gym. So it's not just the gym aspect, but I own that building, I own that land, things like that. So that's the next level. But of course, I'm starting now and just taking those steps to get there. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a mountain climb for real.
Yeah. I'm willing to climb it.
Me too, for real. I ain't got nothing else to do with my time.
Right.
For real.
Absolutely, man.
I feel like we kind of chose one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
Because
big time.
Because as much as people would love to exercise every day,
they don't want to.
They don't.
We picked the hard in Southeast Missouri State University. Like, it's like this, and of course, I'm grateful to be where I'm at, but this is the hardest place to, the Midwest. Like, you were talking about Cali. I was just in LA.
Yeah.
And it was nothing to see people just walking down the street, all about health, all about fitness.
100%.
Going to gyms and people are in it. People are excited, and stuff like that. But it's different here. Very different. People, they love their 44 ounce or whatever.
Hey, we bringing it though. We bringing it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't even think there's any other podcast here in Cape. That's why I'm like, okay, I can be the first person to really have a nice podcast here in Cape and bring on people to talk about things that we need to hear, productive things, not just a bunch of bull crap. Because, I mean, I can sit and talk about bull crap all day. But, I want to bring on people that's actually going to teach things about physical fitness, health and wellness, business, and just having the right mindset to do the things that you want to do and the things you need to do.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely, man. And I think the thing is, just coming from Africa, and I've been to many places in the world, and in Africa, and I guess I don't know exactly where I saw this research at, but I was doing it. It's like when people are healthier, they just tend to be happier people.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, of course, we're living in a time in America, and especially in the Midwest, that people are not really happy. They may have money, they may have all these other things compared to what they would have to Africans.
It's the highest depression, highest anxiety rate. There's
suicide,
kids,
all of that stuff. So it's like, instead of like us just saying it and beating around the bush, how do we become a solution for that problem? Because it's just going to continue to keep going on. I think one of the worst things that could have been done during COVID was to shut down gyms, right? And have liquor stores and other things that were open.
Oh, AA meetings?
Yeah. It's like you're literally wanting to kill people by telling them just stay inside.
Dude,
like,
you
people
know
are
how
already
many
depressed.
people relapsed and went back into a spiral, and they're spiraling drug addiction? Like,
bro, it's so crazy. I feel like more people die from that than probably, but we're not going to get into that aspect. Right. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, how do we become the solution for that? And of course we're facing an uphill battle, but we have to do it.
Well, first and foremost, how we make a change first is be that change in ourselves and be the example with that change. Like, if you can't be an don't look. It's like practice what you preach.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a fat doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, like, what would we look like trying to train people and we're out of shape and we can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, breathing heavily.
Like, that would just look silly.
Yeah.
That would look so silly. Rather like trying to teach people martial arts and I get in the cage and get knocked out every time.
Yeah.
I want to teach them how to, all right, look, see what he did? I'm going to teach you how to.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I did, you do what he did. Like, no, I have to be able,
Absolutely,
I have to be able to back it up and show, and I do it every single day.
Yeah. This is the time we're living in. If we don't, we got to wake up. And I say as Americans, we have to wake up as Americans, because I think the entitlement and the complacency and the comfortability,
entitlement, man,
it gets people killed. It really gets people killed. When people are just, you're fattened by your gluttony and stuff like that. Oh, I got this, or I have to work. Man, people are licking their chops, I'm dead serious. It sounds so bad, but people like, when you travel the world, people are like, man, I can't wait to, devour that person who's just chilling, as a fighter, that person who's like, oh yeah, I'm up there at the top now. You see it so much with these fighters, Conor McGregor's and all these guys that you get the hungry fighter that comes like, oh, I'm gonna take your place because you've been chilling.
Amanda Nunes just lost the old
Amanda
girl.
Nunes.
You know what's funny?
Like,
I knew she was gonna lose.
Yeah.
The coaches, her coaches was saying Amanda wasn't even going to the gym.
Yeah.
Until this fight got booked.
Man.
Like, I mean, exactly. Mm-hmm. I knew she was gonna lose.
And that's what we are doing that as a society here, so we have to get back to doing the hard things. And for me, man, you said, we're doing one of the hardest things. I find doing the hard things fun. Like, those are the crazy people. The ones that find the hard things, like, okay, and it doesn't have to be just working out 2-3 hours, twice a day and stuff like I like to do.
Right.
But it could be
breathing exercises.
Meditation. Meditation is hard. I hate meditating. My mind goes all over the place, but I know I have to do it. I know ice baths. I know recovery.
Eating properly.
Reading, reading. Studying, doing things that, like,
I got all types of books around here that ain't getting read.
But that's the things that's like, okay, what's hard today? Like, okay, I got to make this call because I sell insurance as well, too. I'm an insurance agent.
Yeah.
I have to make this call to this insurance agent or make these cold calls and all these things. That's hard. That sucks. But guess what?
Yeah.
I always think about the people in Africa. Like, the quote in my wall is, stop complaining, because there are kids in Africa right now that would love to be in the same place that you are.
Right.
So I look at that quote and I'm like, all right, bet. It's go time. I got to make things happen, because how can I provide for my family, for them, people in Africa, by showing them it's possible because I came here. It's different when you're from a different place and you're an immigrant, because you just have that immigrant mindset.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, yeah, bro, I can't sleep. I got to go put in some more work. I got to go, read some more books. I got to listen to some more podcasts because I have to make it. Like,
that's my mindset every day, man.
It's my duty to
every single day. Yeah. And there's this saying, if you're born in America, you already won the lottery.
Yeah. Like,
whatever you want, it's doable.
Yeah.
Like, I watched this one video years and years ago about, like, how to become a businessman. Mm-hmm. And this and he put it the most simplest way. He said, if you want to become a businessman, start doing business. I was like, huh? It's like literally, literally start doing business. So okay, good. Then what is business? Being around the right people. Researching. Starting. Creating an LLC. Like, you just do it. Like if you want to be a fighter, you don't have to sit there and wonder, how do I do that? Go to a gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Involved.
Like, you just if you want to sell real estate, mm-hmm. go to a real estate office and see, like, hey, how do y'all start doing? Like, just go to the place where they're doing that, and you're already doing it.
You know what's crazy? Because some things you don't even have to go anywhere anymore. We have this computer called a phone in our pockets that it's like a tremendous resource. We underuse or utilize this phone or this computer that we have, right, that we're paying monthly bills for. It's like, bro, this thing can Google Translate. This thing can help you reach people in Africa right now. This thing can, like, you literally can put this thing front-facing camera and make money by doing dances. Like, we have so many opportunities with this. And it's just like, go to YouTube University, Google University. Hey. That's what I call them, because it's like you get so much information from that you can do anything, start any business,
It really is like a college. It's like, man, YouTube is like if you got YouTube, there's nothing you can do.
Man, master class.
I could change the transmission on my car using that thing.
You feel me?
Like, for real, I've learned so much stuff on YouTube. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Like, it's got everything you need for real.
But you're absolutely right, man. You just do it. You start. You make it happen. And that's what cripples people. Coming to the gym. What do people, they're intimidated to come to the gym.
Yeah.
Only if they knew that if they came to the gym, all the things, like, you go through this hard thing, like we talked about, right? Everything else is given to you after completing this hard thing. It's not really that hard. It's just you just doing it.
Right.
So it's like, all right, man, I don't want to go do this. I don't want to go and talk to this person. But you go and network, and everything else is open. Oh, yeah, man, Willie does this. Yeah, even though you didn't want to go to that networking event. I don't want to go talk to all these people. But you did that. You made that happen, and it opened up all these doors. We just got to get back to doing the hard things and stop being so comfortable in the things that we do have. And that is what would transpire. Now, I'm not saying don't be grateful for the things that you have. I'm very grateful for my Mustang. That's amazing that I love because I worked hard for it. I'm not gonna be complacent though. You know, I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep grinding because I'm not satisfied. I'm grateful, but I'm not satisfied. You know, so it's like we just have so many people that are just satisfied with, you know. And if that's how you are with life, and it's all good, then that's you. But that's just not me. You know,
right, but just trust and believe it's gonna cause some problems.
Exactly.
If you're not treating yourself right, it's gonna cause some problems.
Yeah.
Like people say all the time to me, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to get older. I don't want to be old." Like they want to die when they're like in their 50s or something. I'm like, what are you even saying?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that this one life you have in this human form, you want it to be cut short so you can enjoy some things a little too much? It's not that you can't enjoy yourself and do some things that are like alcohol, toxin.
Yeah.
But you could have a drink and not die. Like, but what happens if you drink too much?
Yeah.
You drink every day. You know, it's just all about moderation and trying to just treat yourself right. You know, like how do you truly want to feel? You know, if you want to feel good every day or close to it, then you're gonna have to treat yourself right.
Yeah.
Mentally, spiritually, and physically.
The thing is really like is, and that's one thing I feel bad for Americans is because like we're always marketed the hamburger. We know every jingle for every fast food restaurant. You know, when you know Arby's comes on or Taco Bell, you can just tell by just hearing, you know, their jingle. They do a great job of doing that, of marketing that. They have marketing geniuses that's like, how can we get people to, you know, so it's like you're already facing a losing battle. You know, the sugar that's in some of the stuff.
They put that in
everything. You know, like, and you know what's crazy, bro? So my mother lives in London, and so I go to London often to see my mother, and I go and I eat the food there. It's not the same. Like, I don't have mucus and all these things like when I would eat something here with the allergies and the pollen that's going on here, because they spray the foods with all these chemicals here in America compared to if you were to have wine in France. Right. Doesn't do the same thing to your body like if you were to have wine here because of all the sugar and all the things that they add into it. So they're basically killing us, and we're not aware of it, and we're just like basically, you know, sheep that's just going to the slaughterhouse.
Oh, everyone's aware of it now.
Yeah.
Look, everyone's aware of it now.
I would think, but it's just
a couple of years ago when I would say things to people, they had no idea what I was talking about. But now it's like, dude, everyone knows sugar is bad.
Yeah.
Fast food is bad. They don't know how bad. They don't know the real mechanics behind it and how deep it goes. Yeah. But they know it's bad for
somewhat,
them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it's just, I don't know.
I don't know how we just do a great job of marketing to over market that stuff, but I mean, like, that's what we have to do because you know McDonald's, I'm gonna pull in there. It's just like a habit. It's like, oh, okay,
that's why you know what I'm saying. That's why when I take my pictures, I do it with my shirt off.
Yeah. Well,
that's how I'm gonna market this healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, but when I do that, it's like, oh, here goes Kweku again.
Yes, keep doing it. Yes, because guess what? It's gonna inspire people that are already doing it to keep doing it, and the ones that ain't doing it to start doing it.
Yeah, true. You know what?
Like, come on now.
I'm gonna make that my Facebook post next time.
Seriously.
I like that. That's real because you often feel like you're the Lone Ranger and trying to like, man, okay.
Nah,
now I'm like, oh, I don't want to have my shirt off this time. Let me do something else.
You know how many times I see your Facebook posts and you take your shirt and wring the sweat out? I'm just like, yeah, I'm finna be sweating later too. But I don't sweat much when I work out for real, so I can't really do that much.
Yeah,
but
I'm sweating for sure.
But bro, it's inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me when you see my post, you're not like it don't hype you up.
Yeah. 1,000%, bro.
Like every time I see your post,
that's the juice we got. We got that, you know.
Right. And we sharing it. It's that energy. You put that energy out there.
Yeah. True.
Because if we don't, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, one post that like imagine there could be a person that's literally like on the brink of suicide. And we make that post that day and it boom pop up on their feed. And because of that, they say, you know what? No, I'm gonna go for a walk.
Yeah.
Something so simple, like you said, counterbalancing all the negative energy that these people are putting out there for these unhealthy lifestyles, which is also why if I do something that's unhealthy, I don't want anyone to see.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put that out there.
Yeah.
It's not about like feeling ashamed or wanting to hide it. It's just that I don't want to put it out there at all. Because guess what? People will latch onto it.
Yeah.
They see how healthy I am. They see how hard I train, how hard I work. So if they see me if they see me smoke a cigarette, now that makes smoking a cigarette okay. Because if I can do it, then they can do it.
Yeah.
So that's why
I'm gonna play God's advocate. I don't like saying devil's advocate. I'm gonna play God's advocate to that, because I think that also, yes, I agree with you on what you're saying, but also I think that if you say, hey man, I ate at Chick-fil-A today, or man, I've been struggling with this alcohol, I've been struggling with cigarettes. Now it could be like, yo, Willie's transparent. Yeah. That's the thing, is like, you have to be able to balance.
Because it's so many factors, because they're like, he's perfect, man. I can't fucking be this guy.
Exactly. That's what I hear all the time. It's like, man, he came out the womb with abs, not knowing to work out twice a day for 7 days a week. I'm doing abs. I'm doing core, so I'm like, hey, yo, I had Chick-fil-A today. It's not what I have every day, but I'm being transparent with you. It's like, hey, I had this. I'm a human being. Right. So you can do the same thing too, as far as like, yes, you don't have to have it every single day. Have that discipline, have that, and that's what I love The Rock, because he'll show the pancakes of him eating it, but he also show, I'm in the gym. It's 1 a.m. It's New Year's. Everybody else is, with their family drinking and stuff like that, partying. Yeah. I'm here getting in the gym. So he's showing that, but he shows, hey, yeah, I had pancakes because guess what? I've been grinding for it, so people love him because of the transparency aspect, so that's what I'm trying to be more. Yeah. I love what is going on now. You see The Rock, you see all these other guys, because I think it's just helping the fitness industry. You seeing guys like Mike Rashid and all these guys that weren't really making a lot of money in the fitness world and gyms and stuff, and I see that they're making money now. So 5 years from now, it's just going to hopefully just flow to where I'm at too, in my lane, if I can just continue to stay in my lane, because The Rock is like a true inspiration of somebody who started with wrestling, then transpired to the movies and transpired. But all this guy wanted to do was just lift weights and just keep building his body. Through that, all these other things came through. He did the hard thing, you feel me, of the work of, building his body, of learning the roles and doing all these other things. And now he's blessed to be who he is right now as far as The Rock. He took his lineage of his grandfathers and his father, what they did in the wrestling world, and he 10x'd it to the things that he's doing now. So I love seeing that. Kevin Hart, he's also getting into fitness and now is an ambassador for Nike and all these things. So I'm starting to see things that like are starting to transpire. All these fitness influencers, so it's starting to be like, okay, bet, like people are starting to change things around. They're like, no, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to be unhealthy. I want to look like this Instagram model, which that could be bad sometimes too, because they're not showing you everything, or it could be photoshopped, or all these other things. Oh my God. But the ones that are transparent, like we talked about, that are The Rock's in there eating, the unhealthy Skittles and stuff like that. It's like, but I know I'm still going to get up and grind.
Because I have that same mindset too. Yeah. I guess it just flip-flops. It depends on what day. Because some days I'm like, no, I don't want to show this crap. But then other days I'm like, no, people need to see that I just train 6 hours a day, and I am going to have like, a little snack or something that's not super healthy. So that's very 6 good hours, too.
That's beast mode right there, bro.
I'll be doing it for real.
I know you.
Yeah.
I know. That's beast mode.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's what it takes for real. I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go pro, get on TV, and get to this bag for real.
Yeah, man.
I've been training and fighting now for a solid 7 years, and I'll be going pro next year, and I'm going straight to the top, bro. Once I'm getting to the UFC fast. Like, that's my style and my stature. Yeah, like it's just no other way. Like,
let's do it, bro.
I'm gonna be the champ for real. And they're not, bro. I'm telling you, they're not gonna be fooling with me when I get in there.
Yeah, I could, man. Your drive is crazy. Just seeing you guys working out every single day, it's gonna pay off, man.
It has to.
It has to.
Oh, so guess what I'm gonna do after I'm done fighting now?
What's up?
I'm gonna be a bodybuilder.
Okay.
I love body sculpting. If I wasn't a fighter, that's where I would be right now. Like, there's days where I literally want to be in the gym all day, just working on different muscles, but I have to fall back from that because I have to do a lot of other cardio stuff, and
you know what I'm saying, losing it. Yeah.
Well, I'll just be too run down.
Yeah.
You can only do so much
with the muscles that you got.
You can only do so much. Like,
trust me, I know.
Like, knowing I got to go to jiu-jitsu class later, something like, I can't be in here for 6 hours this morning. Like, But yeah, I definitely want to be a bodybuilder after I'm done fighting.
I can see that big time, bro.
I want to get swole, bro. I want to get bigger.
Yeah.
Like I weigh like right now. I fight at 145. Right now, I weigh about 155 right now. And man, I just really want to see what I look like at like 175. I think I would just look jacked.
Bro, that'll be dope,
because I'm 6'1", you know what I'm saying? I just feel like if I put 20 more pounds of muscle on my frame,
180, man.
Oh my God, dude.
That'll be quality, bro.
Man, for real.
And you know how to do it. You know, it's like a muscle memory, you know?
Well,
you just know.
Ain't no way I can do it while I'm fighting because I do too much cardio.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Way too much cardio, you know, so. And then plus, well, even if I could gain the weight right now as I'm fighting, I wouldn't want to because it just wouldn't make that much sense to go up a weight class because then I'm fighting other guys that are around the same height as me. Why do that when I could fight at 145 and the guys that, you know what I'm saying, they'd be 5'7" to 5'9", 5'11" at best. You know, it's hard to find 145ers that are 6'1".
Yeah.
Like I'm really tall, so
man, that's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, I'm fighting for a kickboxing title in Iowa May this. May the 7th. So I got like a month from now. Yeah, I'll be fighting for a title there. My record's 10-3. The guy I'm fighting, his record's 9-3.
Okay,
so
this is gonna be a good one.
So on paper, it's a really good matchup, but in reality, I'm finna.
This at 145.
Yeah, I'm finna wreck him. He has no idea. Like on paper, I'm 10-3. He's 9-3. So it looks like it's gonna be a good,
tall is he?
Close matchup, dude. I looked at one of his videos. He looked short. He looked like he every bit of 5'7". He looks short. Like, he looks short. And he looks like he's quite a few years younger than me.
In
so
kickboxing, what's the advantage for the height?
Everything.
Really?
You can't reach. Like I can hit you from here, right? But you have to come right here to hit me. So if I can keep you out there with my strikes and my movement, you literally cannot touch
Muhammad
me.
Ali.
You literally can't touch me. Yeah, reach is everything in a fight. Like, but yes, dude, it's everything.
See, I don't know that much about kickboxing, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Because with the boxing, I mean, dude, my legs are so long. If I use my legs, like the push kick, I can just keep you out there with my legs. And then when you finally break that little bit of distance past the end of my legs, now you got to worry about these hands.
Yeah. See,
like his kicking range is my punching range.
Right.
Like
that's the thing about boxing. It's like, okay, you know you're only focusing on one part of the body. Like kickboxing, I'm not focusing on your feet. I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm weaving as a shorter guy to try to get on the inside.
Imagine we're on a football field. Yeah. All right, you're on one end, I'm on the other end. I got a sniper rifle, and you got like
a shotgun,
like an AR. not maybe not a shotgun, but like an AR maybe. You know what I'm saying? So,
that makes sense, man.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
For sure.
What are we at for time? Make sure we don't run over because I know you got to. Okay.
Yeah, we're 11:40.
Ready to wrap it up?
Yeah,
you got to be there at noon.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Well,
business matters.
Business as always.
Man, I want to do a part 2 and come back, man, for sure.
Oh yeah, we definitely will. There's gonna be plenty, bro. There's gonna be a lot. You're gonna be one of my main guests. I have back on there for real. You know what I'm saying?
We follow up on the fight and everything.
You, Gavlin. I've already done 2 with Gavlin. I'm gonna have him back on. Like, I mean, this is how friends can sit down and just have conversations and actually, make it translate into money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, look at the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
He basically talked to his friends mostly and then brings on other people that, are other like, figures in the community and just stuff like that. Yeah. And just find a way to make money.
Man, I'd love to see where this thing goes 5 years from now.
It's going to go to the top.
Like when I walked in, I was like, oh yeah, bro. This is about to get real.
Yeah,
so, real. I'm happy for you, man. Just this whole, like, you starting with your phone to what you're doing now, and I know it's just the beginning.
Yeah, go after we're finished. When you got time later, go back and look on my YouTube channel. Look at the first one I did a couple years ago. You're gonna be like, wow.
Bet.
Yeah, it's
this
nice.
Is dope, man.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. That was the first episode of the Powerful Fitness Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm just blown away at you know what I'm saying, my level of intelligence and, you know what I'm saying, just what I've created with this. Like,
1,000%.
This took a lot of time. This took weeks just to get the room ready. And, yeah, I'm just really proud of myself. Even if nobody watches this mug, I'm still so proud of myself. Like, y'all have no idea. But thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, deuces, best in the Midwest. All right, bro.
And that was